of confidence.
Well, it's a very strange situation, isn't it? The guy coming off the bench every game has got 13. Goitom is in the team ahead of him.
You see, that's a lack of confidence. You've got to believe in yourself. You're up against two players, the right back, Adriano, and PK, the centre-half. And sometimes you've really got to manipulate that ball a lot better and have a little go. As it was, the support wasn't quick enough.
Here's Pedro, isolated against Luna. And picks out Messi. Messi goes for the gap, and Messi goes for the corner of the goal, and it's in. It's a bad moment for Esteban. You can't give easy goals away to Barcelona. Messi's got yet another, and Barca in the lead already.
Well, that's a poor error from Esteban. We know the golden rule, that you have to hit the target. If you don't hit the target, you've got no chance of scoring. And that's all Lionel Messi does. He waltzes round a couple of challenges towards the edge of the 18-yard box. It wasn't the hardest of shots. I just wonder there was a little bubble just before it came to Esteban. We know that Pep Guardiola has been saying that the pitch here at the Nou Camp isn't good enough. It just takes a little bounce on the 6-yard box. But a goalkeeper of his standing should do a lot better than that. Goes down far too easily, far too quickly. He'll be disappointed, and so will Jose Luis Oltra, because they had started quite well, Almeria.
Esteban is 35, and he doesn't play any games, played a single game in the league. They've got a Brazilian goalkeeper, a very talented goalkeeper called Diego Alves. As good a shot stopper as there is probably playing in Spain at the moment. Here's Piazzi. That's to repair a little bit of the damage, but another player from Argentina. There are plenty of them around in La Liga. It was Barcelona took. Well, he's given it as high feet, hasn't he, against Abidal? And then an indirect free kick in the penalty area.
Well, that doesn't make sense to me. As far as I'm concerned, that ball should be on the 12-yard spot, and it should be a penalty for Almeria.
It's a foul challenge, isn't it?
It is.
Anyway, free kick. We'll see if Almeria can get something out of this. It is Cruzat. And of course, it's quickly closed down by those pacey Barcelona players. There's Goitom with the overhead, and it's over. What a start.
Well, I'm slightly perplexed about that. Because if that was a dangerous challenge, as it was from Eric Abidal, you have to say it's a penalty kick. Very surprised. But I'm sure the lads in the studio will certainly be remarking about that one towards half-time. As you're right to say, John, it's a two-legged affair, and if Almeria can get themselves a goal back, which there was certainly an opportunity there, the game will still be on. But I just felt sorry that they set their stall out. They're a decent counter-attack inside, but two poor errors by the goalkeeper.
And just a minute apart as well, those two dreadful moments for Esteban. But there was a little sign there, wasn't there? The Barcelona can be caught out in it. Here they go again. It's Goitom. It's into the side netting.
Well, there's another chance for Goitom. You have to say, once again, Kruzat does really well, playing it into the path. You see that Piqué's just caught himself slightly out of position as he tries to head it, and Abidal just comes along, just puts the big striker off. But another opportunity, and that's one thing that is really disappointing with Goitom this year. Doesn't hit the target enough.
Carano forward, Mascherano. Barney quickly in, good touch by
to describe this Barcelona squad. The only stats originally that were in favour of Almeria was that they had scored more goals than Barcelona in the Copa del Rey, which is now being level at 17 each. And Almeria have won all three of their away games, whilst Barcelona haven't. And that's where the stats end. We know that before the game, John, they were 18-1 to win tonight, Almeria, and 9-1 to get a draw. I don't think I'll be chancing a pound on that anymore.
Well, Barcelona were 20-1 on, weren't they? I told you to put some money on that. You'd have got a pound for your £20, hadn't you?
So you'd have had to put quite a few thousands of pounds to recoup anything from that.
Almeria have never been this far in the Copa del Rey before. Not sure they'll be going any further. Here's Pedro. Only their fourth season. playing as a top-flight club, Almeria. Been various Almerias before, but this one was formed in 2001. They've had pretty good success, mainly under Unai Emery, and they've rapidly changed coaches since then. Also, it's their second of the season. The last one was sacked after the other game against Barcelona, the 0-8. So now in 108 minutes of football against Barcelona, they've conceded 11 goals. Villa. Again. Goes over. There's no foul by Villa.
Oh, just look at the back four for Almeria. As you see there, Villa contesting there with Macedo. But look at the back four, and they don't seem to be in sync with each other. And a lot of the time, Carlos Garcia is being drawn out too many times to go and pick up Lionel Messi. Creates massive holes in that central area.
And Messi picked it up in a lot of room there, didn't he? And here's Pedro. Pedro's overhead is wide. Eclipse is a fair description, but I think this one is better.
I do as well. I've not seen a better side, I think, during my career. It's what I've seen this season. And obviously the demolition is the only way you can describe it against Real Madrid. It was just unbelievable. Could they meet on 2 or 3 more occasions during the course of the season?
Certainly looks that way, doesn't it? Real Madrid a goal up from the away leg against Sevilla earlier. Barcelona sitting pretty comfortable here. And of course, well, who knows what will happen with the Champions League. Here's Iniesta.
So Barcelona got Arsenal coming up in the Champions League, and I think that'll be a decent game, because Arsenal on their day will give anyone a game.
Here's Maxwell. Give them more of a game than Almeria are. Piatti with a little clip.
Just trying a little subtle trip. Just be interesting to see as well what happens with Piatti towards the end of the season. Whether or not he stays with Almeria. We know that he come for just over €7 million from Estudiantes. And I'm sure there will be 2 or 3 clubs looking at that player. We know that Villarreal are interested, Espanyol are interested. And could be 1 or 2 more.
Messi driving for the heart of the defence again, and he wins the ball back himself. Strong play by Vargas. Macedo tries to pick out Piatti. Enough pace to trouble the Barcelona defence. Barcelona, the 25 times winners of the Copa del Rey. No club has won it more. Won it, of course, in the treble season 2 years ago. Other than that, it's been quite a barren spell for a few years. Determined to win it this year. Strong lineup. Input a relatively strong lineup for the second leg against Betis when there were 5 goals up from the first game. Xavi to Villa. Well, Maxwell in support, David Villa might just go alone. We'll come back to Xavi. And it was blocked and should be offside against David Villa. As he slots it in, it doesn't count.
Yeah, but you see how sharp David Villa is. He knows that he's offside, but he still does what all good goal scorers should do, is just put it into the back of the net and ask questions later. But once again, he saw with David Villa, causing Michel Macedo so much aggravation down that left-hand side. Well, Macedo's right. And Macedo's not sure whether or not he's going to go right or if he's going to go left. And that's how good David Villa is. He gets the defenders off balance so many times.
Iniesta. Xavi again, swarming around in the blue shirts for Almeria. Getting the ball away from him is another matter. Support coming from Mascherano. Could be a collector's item.
So maybe he doesn't really score a lot of goals, but you can see there when Iniesta's got that ball in the central area that he's not looking to try and play the ball wide. They're looking to try and go through the heart of the defence all the time. Little flicks, a little bit of movement, a little bit of support.
Gotom, Piatti's onside here. Good pace there by Maxwell. Little Brazil-Argentina clash. Balls in the Barcelona goal. I don't think that will happen too often.
Certainly won't, but what you said about the starting lineup for Barca tonight, you just have to look at who's on the subs bench as well.
Here's Pedro. Pedro goes for the corner. Juggling by Esteban. Ultra does have his heart in his mouth at the moment when it goes near his goalkeeper.
As soon as Pedro had that shot and he just patted that ball down, I was thinking, oh no, not again. Fortunately, he was very lucky. You see that Iniesta playing that ball out to Pedro, comes in on his left-hand side, just pats that ball down. But there was Lionel Messi just lurking, just in case the goalkeeper made another mistake.
Answer your question, by the way. Victor Valdez on the bench, Melito, the young defender Martin Montoya, Sergio Busquets, Cedric Keita, Bojan, who has been ill this week actually, but he's on the bench, and Ibrahim Afellay. Interesting about Afellay, he's a Dutch international, PSV to Barcelona. And he went for €3 million. He's out of contract. He was due to be out of contract with PSV in the summer. Not entered the Charlie Allen debate, but €3 million for him. It's quite cheap.
For me, it sets a bit of a precedent when you look at players of Affelay's ability. Going for €3 million, you see that Lionel Messi is certainly not happy. with an off-the-ball incident. You see there with Carlos Garcia, just getting himself very tight, just wrapped his arm around the neck of Messi. But the good pro as he is, he gets up, gets on with it. Not sure whether the orange boots suit the kit, but it won't matter to Lionel Messi, will it? 35 goals.
He can wear whatever colour he likes. You always say, when you see a player in strange coloured boots, you say, well, you know, how good are you? Can you justify it?
Well, you're always a target, John. You're always a target for the opposition. He could wear any colour he wanted. Well, so can most of the Barcelona players.
One of the 3 best players in the world, according to the Ballon d'Or judges. All just had a touch. Messi, Iniesta and Xavi. Here's Adriano, Brazilian international. It's got to be a free kick, surely. They've been allowed to get away with quite a lot. Almeria tonight, in my opinion. Bit of sympathy for being 3-0 down.
Just slightly strange, really, that you have to say that Adriano tries to go beyond Carlos Garcia. And the assistant, who's no more than 6 or 7 yards away, doesn't even raise his flag. And it's only when the referee blows his whistle does the assistant put his flag up. Oh, great challenge, you have to say, from Carlos Garcia. And I have to say that he's a player who doesn't look full of confidence. Mind you, a lot of players don't when they play Barcelona.
Xavi's free kick for Barcelona, and that is number 4. Brilliant header by little Pedro. What a goal that was. On the half-hour mark, they make it 4. And Pedro marks his 100th senior appearance for Barcelona in style.
Well, if I was Jose Luis Ultra, the question I will be asking is how is a player at 5'9" able to go and win a substantial header inside and around the 6-yard box? Yes, it's a decent ball by Xavi, but a player of that height should not be winning it as comfortable and easy as it was. But give credit where credit's due. The timing was superb, the jump was superb, as he knocks it towards the far post.